Hello, all of you vaingloriously wonderful people. This is the Maibatsu MonstroCiti HSW, and I'm about to find out if it'll off-road, or as we might just want to rename this series, why HSW makes off-roading terrible. I know, it's spoilers. We've tested the Maibatsu MonstroCiti before when it first came out, but at that time, PC did not have the expanded or enhanced options. Therefore, we did not have HSW, but we now have it. So I can test it, and you can see right off the line, this thing has been ruined. Okay, for racing, for the most part, HSW is a good thing. For off-roading, not so much, and we just saw another perfect example of it right there. So, on this particular car, or truck, or SUV, or whatever you want to call it, it has a very, very short wheelbase. It does have 50-50 power distribution between the front and rear wheels, which is, you know, a very nice thing to have. But the problem is with that really short wheelbase, when you have that 50-50 split, is you get a lot of rotation in the car that can lead to some snap oversteer, and it happens a surprising amount. It also is a bit of a bouncy vehicle at times, and that can cause issues, and it's going to here in a moment. Right here, actually. The back end bounced up a little bit. The front wheels were still on the ground. And then as soon as the back wheels came back down, it just rotated around. It also, because of the increased power from HSW, exaggerates the all-wheel drive understeer tendency of all all-wheel drive vehicles in GTA Online. So, yeah, all of that is to say, it kind of ruins it. It really does. When we tested the MonstroCiti originally, it did all right. It's 11th. Actually, it's in the top 10 if you take out the helicopter that we tested. Because, you know, that was always just a joke, but it's in spreadsheets, it's in the series. So it's actually 10th. And that's unreal. We've tested 471 vehicles. The original MonstroCiti was 10th. This one, well, we'll talk about that. The previous one turned in a 223.02, and I think it's pretty obvious. Yep, there we go. We just passed it. This isn't going to beat that time. Not even really close. Can't believe I hit that wall. But we are finally up 2 minutes, 38, almost 35 seconds. So we'll off-road. Did I say 38 a second ago? Yeah, 35. 235. I'm pretty sure I said 38. And I saw the 8 and the 58. And it's early for me, and I only got like 2 hours of sleep. So leave me alone. So let's talk about stats of the HAL's specially worked MonstroCiti. By the way, just a rant for just a very quick second. Is HAL not just the absolutely most annoying mechanic in the game? It's like, dude, shut up. Anyways, so, out of 471 vehicles, the Maibatsu MonstroCiti comes in 30th. Not great. No, sorry, that's the next vehicle we're talking about. It comes in 50th. Even worse. So yeah, it went from 11th to 50th, or 10th to 49th. However you want to look at that. It basically dropped 40 places, which is disappointing. It is 0.0167 seconds slower than the original Pegassi Ignus. Not the HSW, not weaponized, just the original car. And then it is 0.05 seconds faster. Oh dear, what did I hit? Well, person. 0.05 seconds faster than the Uberbox Cypher. Look, I'm not looking at the screen while I'm reading these stats. It's over on my other monitor. In terms of off-roads, we have tested 44, and this dropped down to 14th. The original one was... I'm looking and not finding it. Oh, it's because I got to scroll back up. Yeah, because it's up there. The original one was 4th. So, 10 places. Yikes. It is 1.67 seconds slower than the Vapid Desert Raid, 2.73 seconds faster than the HVY Night Shark. In terms of San Andreas Mercenaries, this is 6 out of 12 that we've tested. It is 9.25 seconds slower than the Vapid Hotel, and 4.283 seconds faster than the Bravado Buffalo EVX. And then comparing it to itself, non-HSW, it is 11.93 seconds slower. Our controlled descent was terrifying, but we are down in 2:58.52. Of course, the Brit is not even on the right side of the mountain. We're waiting on him. Sped this up 1,000%. And you know what? Not bad. Nice little flat spin in the air. It's a good jump. But I did wait like a minute and a half for him to get there and sped up that whole section. 1,000%. The fastest that Adobe Premiere will let me go and still maintain audio pitch. So, good job, Raven. Pushing my software to the limits. But yeah, I forgot to mention, Hobo, as usual, top left, Raven in the top right. And we also had J-Bo's with us. You can see him there in the Pegassi Drogger as we melee our way down the mountain, which is, as always, we don't do this because it's enjoyable. We don't do this because it's just hilarious watching the parts fall off the cars and all the vehicles slam into one another and get stuck in trees or make a nice little bridge in a canyon. No. No. It's a science. We're doing the Lord's work. No, actually, Lord's work wouldn't be science, would it? Anyways, not gonna go there. But yeah, is this for science? Fact finding is what we're doing here, and getting stuck in a tunnel. I was just about to do a burnout to get turned around. Then the British invasion happened, and I got knocked down. So that's fine. You know, sometimes the British are useful, but typically not very. Oh man, shots fired. Anyways, I don't really think that, by the way. Don't go down to my comment section and start hating on me. One, I know my country is currently a flaming dumpster fire full of shit. Oh, by the way, we're down to 138.56. I can't read today. But two, I love the Brits. So, damage on the MonstroCiti, the windshield. Most of the lights are gone. The front bumper, rear tailgate, rear bumper, and right door, red and right fender are all missing. The hood and doors, remaining door will not close. It has bent wheels and has minor body damage. My God, I need to not do these when I'm not fully awake, because I'm just flubbing it. Anyways, sport vehicles from the front, from the rear. I got run over by that Drogger, even though you don't get to see it, but that brings us to our next video. Our next vehicle. Jesus, I am just screwing this one up. Gonna leave it in, not gonna redo it, because, you know what? I'm just not recording this voiceover twice. Anyways, the Pegassi Weaponized Ignus HSW. What an absolutely colossal waste of money. One, they ruined the looks of the Ignus, which is a polarizing car to begin with. Some people love it, some people hate it. But they just ruined the looks by sticking a gun on top of it. Why was that even necessary? Why did we need a weaponized supercar? I mean, the gun on top is pretty good, and yeah, it gives it like bulletproof glass and all of that, but why? Why does it need to? I don't know. It seems kind of pointless to me. But it ruins the looks of the car, and it's really only, you know, useful for racing in HSW form. But if somebody turns HSW off, you can't race anymore. You can't. It's just not an option you can select. So its use case is incredibly limited. Just by the regular Ignus. I don't know where they come in lap time. I'm pretty sure this is way up there though. but it just seems silly, and we talked about that when we were testing it. And of course, you can hear that conversation in the behind the scenes video. There is information in the description down below how you can become a channel supporter and gain access to the behind the scenes videos, as well as other supporters only content that I have on my channel. Plus, there's ways you can even get early access to my videos. We would love to have you on the Vainglorious Discord, whether you're a supporter or not. We have tons of gamers on tons of different platforms playing a ton of different games. Plus, we have channels for all kinds of other IRL stuff, from cars to tech to even politics, if that's your thing. And we're a smaller community, so it's a little bit quieter, a little less active than some others, which means it's a community you can join and not feel like if you look away for 5 minutes, you no longer know what the topic of conversation is about. So, kind of a handy, a nice, chill community, and you should be a part of it. And you should also play Will It Off-Road Ringo, not a Beetle. Will It Off-Road Bingo. Link to that in the description down below, and if you win, put bingo in the comments, and you'll be our 6th ever winner. My gosh, neither one of these cars wanted the turn. I haven't really talked about it much other than complaining about how much it cost, because what's to talk about? We're up 2 minutes, 30 seconds. So, Will It Off-Road? Yeah, 2.5 minutes. That's fine. It did fine. It wasn't as much of a handful as the one that's in the off-road class that we just... Very appropriate. Very well-timed horn there. Nowhere near as bad as the MonstroCiti was in terms of getting up the mountain. Just felt more planted. Granted, this thing is also like 3 city blocks wide, and the tires are like, I don't know, 2 feet wide, maybe 3. They're huge. They're massive, massively thick tires. He's a thick boy. Anyway, stats. That 230.28 is good for 30th overall. Kind of spoiled that earlier by reading it wrong, didn't I? Yep. It is 0.483 seconds slower than the Canis Terminus Patrol and 0.1167 seconds faster than the Pegassi DR1. Did I read that right? Canis Terminus Patrol DR1? I think so. I don't know. Short-term memory when I'm sleeping. Oh, poor coyote. In terms of supercars, oh my god, another one. Out of the 51 supercars that we've tested as of this video, this is 4th, so up there quite a ways. Man, I'm just racking up the body count. It is 2.15 seconds slower than an Ocelot Virtue, and it is 0.467 seconds faster than an overflowed Pipistrello. Yeah. And then comparing it to the standard non-weaponized non-HSW Ignus, it is 4.483 seconds faster. But I think that the weaponized Ignus is already a faster, better performing car than the regular Ignus, if I'm not mistaken. I could be totally wrong about that. So the fact that this could outperform it, even though HSW makes everything worse for off-roading, at least that's the conclusion I'm coming to. We will test more HSW vehicles. We've got a few coming up. I forget what the next 2 are, but we're going to be recording them in a couple weeks. But next week, we're going to have Human Fall Flat because they have a new level. And I love that game. I don't care that nobody watches the videos. I just like an excuse to get together with my friends and play Human Fall Flat. And I'm like, hey, I'll make a YouTube video of it while I'm at it. By the way, yeah, we're waiting once again. We had to wait on Hobo for a second. Now we're going to speed up the footage 500% as we wait on Raven to get down here around the corner to complete his... Oh. Try again. To complete his job? We're back at the top of Mount Chiliad to fling all of our vehicles off the top of the mountain. And it looks like there was a bit of a delay as people were waiting on other people to go. I guess they didn't want to repeat it last week where people just got knocked off the side. I don't know. But, yeah, we've got Sparing Donkey that had joined for this vehicle as well. In a very nice-looking crew color that he has. Very well done. Donkey always comes up with some really unique colors. I don't love all of them, but this one, it's a good orange. It's not too red. It's not too brown. It's not too yellowish. It's just a very good orange. And I dig it a lot. Like a lot. I have a crew for crew colors, and it has always been set to the same color. Always. It's what I call ultra black. It's just, you know, hex code 000000. Yeah, just pure black. And it looks really good. Most of the black cars you see me drive have that. This thing, I mean, it's taking a beating, but it's not really showing it. In fact, a lot of the damage that's here was done, like all down that right-hand side was not done during the damage ascent. It was done in a section you didn't see, but you could see in the behind-the-scenes video, where when we got to the top, Raven came in too hot and hit me and knocked me back down in front of the little gondola building, and that's where I got all the damage on the right-hand side. But we are down 1 minute 33 seconds, so let's take a look at the damage on the Ignus. The windshield's busted, most of the lights are missing, the front cover is gone, the doors won't close, and it has bent wheels. There is no real body damage. I mean, it's scratched, but it's not really deformed anywhere. So, no real body damage to speak of. But we can take a look, at our support vehicles from the front, and then again from the rear. And I want to say thank you very much for watching. Will It Off-Road again this week? Will It Off-Road again? No, Will It Off-Road, again this week. There we go. There's so many things you could have spent your time doing today, and you chose to watch this, and that means a lot to me. And until next time, I'm Brandon, reminding you to stay vainglorious.